Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are on Kill Mike episode 6. In case you're brand new, which you probably are, Kill Mike is about killing this version of me. I'm Mike and rebuilding a new version. While you're listening to me, multimillionaire, started a company 11 years ago, quite successful, been on the Today Show. Anyway, I thought the next evolution was making a new version of me, happier, stronger, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all those things. Anyway, what I want to talk about today is the continuation of my health journey. I bubbled up in weight. I'm not feeling as energetic. I'm not feeling as healthy. And I certainly cannot run as fast and play as long in soccer. So I'd like to improve that. So yesterday, if you've been following along in my journey, ate healthy all meals for the most part and was feeling emotionally unwell yesterday. Was feeling very depressed about my current work situation, even though I've built a successful company, Easy Dating Coach. It just hasn't, I have not had the same fire about that business, and I'm looking for new adventure, hence this, a new something to do. But I'm not bringing in much money and I'm not working that hard. So all these things are bubbling up to like, what's next? What should I be doing? And so forth. And it gets compounded. My girlfriend Paige and I feel somewhat responsible for her. I feel like we want to, consider having children soon. So it's like time to get it together with some steady income again. Even though I'm living off savings, how long is that sustainable in Southern California? Like eventually some income would be helpful. And anyway, I was feeling those emotions. I didn't go too off the rails. What I did to cope was Paige and I watched a movie, put on a fire, and had some hot chocolate. So yeah, there's some sugar there, but not too bad. And probably, 100 or 200 calories, no big deal. For an emotional day that could have went off the rails. Still had fish, vegetables, rice for dinner, something healthy for lunch, and then veggies, eggs, egg whites, blah, blah, blah for breakfast. And got a workout in. This morning got to Orange Theory, felt pretty strong there, felt pretty good. All right. One of you commented last live with stuff you're working on. I wanted to read your comment and then see if I can offer some help. I really enjoy helping others and not myself, so let's hop right into it. Okay. Ira C writes, big stuff for 2025. Health is to reduce alcohol and sugar consumption. Dating is to find a life partner and launch YouTube. So a lot happening here. Let's go one at a time. So the first one is to reduce alcohol and sugar consumption. So I feel like those are two different battles right there. Anyway, let's start with alcohol. I have a lot of experience reducing alcohol. I used to be a somewhat big drinker, college every Friday, Saturday, and maybe a day during the week, got drunk on, probably somewhere between 8 to 20 beverages in one night. And then post-college, I kept drinking, probably into my 30s, once or twice, a Friday, Saturday kind of combination itch. And then maybe going on a date, having a drink or two during the week. So definitely had some beverages. Moving into my late 30s and 40s, I mostly gave up alcohol, really just for health reasons, not for any other reason. But to move that transition, which happened over a number of years, and I still will drink occasionally, but I found a new group of friends. The easiest way is, stop putting yourself at bars, stop going out with that friend that loves to still get drunk, that, is going to have 10, 20 drinks and want to do it with you. It's just a lot easier to just find friends that are doing the same thing, want to focus on health, want to work on self-improvement. And then, for the last probably 4 or 5 years, I started dating women. Before I met Paige, I was really looking for people that, were not that into drinking, were more into health, more into self-improvement. So anyway, just finding your tribe of where you want to go. It doesn't need to mean you're there now, but you can even find people that are already there, and then that'll bring you further along. Yeah. So just try to surround yourself with folks that are on the same page as you. Sugar consumption, I think everybody's different, but at least for me, if I can get off sugar for about 2 days, 3 days, like the craving goes away. Cause I think right now, like when you're used to having sugar, like maybe you're like, after every meal, I just have a little something. For me, I've realized if I can get rid of that little something after a meal for about 2, 3 days in a row, I no longer require the sugar right after a meal. And then I can go for a while. And then maybe after like a week or 2 weeks or whatever it is, I'll crave like a cookie. And for me, I would say give it to yourself. A week, one every 2 weeks, that's fine. But you got to get out of the pattern of the sugar after each meal is the big one. Because I could go months and months in a row of having sugar like after every meal or after every 2 meals. Get out of that pattern. And once you get off that, addiction of sugar, you won't crave it as much. And some other tricks, which are not quite as fun, but, have fruit, get some sugar in during the meal, some blueberries, some oranges, some blackberries, some strawberries, whatever. The other phrase that really stuck with me is I always kind of try to tell it to myself. It doesn't always work, but like when you eat that, it's a moment on the lips and forever on the hips. Um, it's really true. When you eat something, it only feels good for like a few seconds, and then you literally are stuck with that calories forever. So it's just a bad investment eating unhealthy. And even if you like get an unhealthy meal, you're only eating it for 10 minutes. Like it's just so fleeting. And after you eat that bad meal, I'm sure you have experienced this. You can feel bad, feel less energy for like 2 to 4 hours. And if you eat bad, maybe for like 3 days, like unhealthy fried food, whatever, you can feel like that for like a week or two. Versus, when you eat healthy time and time again, all of a sudden, like your stomach doesn't feel inflamed. You don't feel bloated. You have more energy. So keep saying, hey, I want to feel a certain way. And, you can kind of get into a rhythm. And then also, like, I like coupling working out intensely with eating well. I always work out no matter what. But if I'm really trying to ratchet up my fitness, and like if I'm starting to work out hard and then I couple that with like ice cream and cookies and stuff, my recovery, my soreness doesn't allow me to get back to my workouts. Um, so it almost becomes mandatory when you work out quite hard that you've got to fuel yourself with the right food so that you can be back the next day. And I mean, at least for me, when I don't get to work out in the morning because my body is not allowing it, whether I'm sick or crazy sore or whatever, I hate that. So if I want to be able to work out, you kind of got to be fueling your body with the right stuff. So there you have it. All right. So Iris C says dating, finding a life partner. You know, hire Easy Dating Coach. Or let us know how we can help. Been doing that for 11 years. We can help you with that. Launching YouTube. I have 2 channels. Easy Dating Coach has about 40,000 subscribers. This one has a whopping 22. I think the key to launching YouTube is stop like saying, hey, I want to launch YouTube, and just freaking do it. That's what entrepreneurship is. It's like freaking do it. Even if you spend 5 minutes, like get into it. Kill Mike, all I had to do was go on Google. I'm like, start YouTube channel. And it was like, all right, create an account. 5 minutes later, I have an account. Then I literally would have made a video right then and there to really get things moving. Because once you have one video, you're like, oh, I'm not dead. And I did make a video. Like, I can do this. But apparently to apply to go live, you need 24 hours notice with YouTube. So I had to apply, and then it took more than 24 hours, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, eventually I could go live. But if you really need to get rolling, just like hit the record button on your phone. Like, you don't need this fancy equipment. You don't need this fancy microphone. Just, oh, we're losing the camera. Let's get that back here. Nope. Come on, camera. Sorry, we're blurry. Oh boy, that's annoying. We can't get to refocus on my face. All right, we're going to end in a second. Let's see. Anyway, just like do it. Hit the record button on your phone, start talking, share whatever you want to share, and then you're done. That is the fastest way. Literally grab this thing, hit video, hit record, boom, you're making a video. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to know what you're going to say. Just hit something, say something, boom, you've created a video. Then keep repeating that over and over and over again. And eventually at some point, you're going to start getting better at this. All right. Well, I've got some content to make for Easy Dating Coach. So I'm going to hop off, make some more videos. We'll see you tomorrow.